Have you ever wondered if a woman likes you or is she just being nice? Make sure you stick around to these 5 subtle cues that she's giving you that shows you she's interested. Number 5, she keeps looking at you and then she looks away. And looks at you, and when you catch her gaze, she looks away. That's a sure tell sign she's into you. She teases you. This is what we call flirting and bantering and challenging and going back and forth. And yes, that means that we like you. She gets vulnerable with you. She really opens up with you. She shares a lot about herself with you. She keeps reaching out and initiating conversations. This also applies if it's on social media, if it's on Instagram, if she's sending you posts or commenting on yours. Number 1 way to tell that she likes you: she keeps dropping hints of the two of you doing things together in the future. This, by now, should be obvious. You should have asked her for a date a while back, so take the opportunity.
If she does this, she likes you. Let's talk about her body language, all right? 1, if a girl likes you, she cannot look you in the eyes. Quick glimpse, looks away. 2, she will always be around you somehow. You will see her everywhere. And 3, no matter what the situation is, if she sees you, instantly smiling. She can't even hide how happy she is just to see you.
So gents, are you curious about the different signs that women show when they like you? Well, you came to the right place. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating style and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. We release new videos daily at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So, for today, I wanted to go over, some of the common signs and choosing signals that you see from women when they do really like you. And then I wanted to get into a real life story of, some of these signs and, share how that played out and how I handled that situation. And, I really love giving real life stories because it helps to contextualize some of the tips that I give to you guys and really puts things in perspective. So we'll get into that in just a bit, so definitely make sure you stick around until the end. So a common sign that you'll see when a woman really likes you, that is going to be casual glances, right? So this is particularly the case if they're doing this multiple times. So you might look at a woman, right, and she'll look at you and then quickly look away, right? So you in your mind might think, it's innocent. She's not worried about me. Maybe she's not interested. So you think nothing of it, right? But then she does this again and then again. So you definitely want to pay attention to those multiple glances. This could be her way of trying to sneak a peek without her actually going out of her way to get your attention. This is a common sign that you'll see, and in a lot of cases, the woman is in fact interested in you. Another sign that you'll see from a more confident woman, that's going to be eye contact. So when a woman that is really confident and really wants to get your attention, what she'll do is she'll make eye contact and lock eyes with you. And then she's not gonna look away because she wants you to know that she is interested and she wants you to do something about it. So, in a situation like that, I always say that you wanna shoot her a smile. And if she smiles back, this is even a bigger sign that this is an invitation to go over and make that approach. And then at that point, I wouldn't hesitate to do it. I do want to caveat, if you're one of those guys that likes to overthink or sit there and kind of, ponder what the next step should be, a lot of times you will miss out on that opportunity. And don't be surprised if when you hesitate and you then go over and make an approach that things do not go your way, she ends up rejecting you. And in a lot of these cases, guys will sit there and scratch their head and think to themselves, hey, I saw the signs, like what did I do wrong? It wasn't that you saw the signs and that you maybe read the situation incorrectly. No, it wasn't that. It was the fact that you hesitated and waited. And this is what caused her to, just get totally turned off. Her attraction, by the time you went up, her attraction was completely gone. Another common sign that you'll see is that women will initiate contact with you if they are in fact interested. So, if you're at a bar, for instance, and you're just hanging out with your guys and a woman's interested in you, she might come in your circle, your orbit, right? She might hover a little bit, but then she might bump into you or brush up against you. just to kind of make it even more obvious that she is in fact interested. In a lot of cases, women might be nervous if they're interested in you. You know, if you do get to talking with a particular woman and, you know, she can't remember what you just said 5 seconds ago because she's just nervous, this is a good sign as well. You'll also see things like, you know, shyness, blushing. These are all very common things if a woman is really into you. Now that I've shared some of the signs, I do kind of want to get into the story to kind of contextualize a lot of what I've been talking about. But if you want to know more of the signs and the signals that you'll see from women when they are in fact interested, I highly encourage you to check out the choosing signal videos that I've done. And you can check some of those out in the description down below and also on the Gentlemen and Scholars channel. So go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and check out the channel. And you know, for that choosing signal video, you can find that in the description below. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family. And consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. All right, so for this story, this took place on a Saturday night out. So, you know, I was pulled out the house to go hang out with my guys. So they wanted to go out to a place in the city that I'd never been to before. They really talked it up. They said it was a really good time. So I'm like, okay, you know, I don't mind trying out a new spot. So we ended up going down to this new spot in the city. And when we got there, it was packed. You know, this place was packed from head to toe. It was just so many people. It was a huge crowd and it was barely any room to even move. We're making our way through the crowd. We ended up finding our way upstairs. And upstairs there was slightly more space, but not really. It just was packed all around. We ended up grabbing drinks at the bar and took them over to this dance floor area. And that's sort of where we, you know, hung out, you know, just dancing a little bit, doing a two-step, and just kind of scoping the scene, seeing what's out there. We weren't in a scarcity mindset. We weren't super worried about it. We were just having fun amongst ourselves first and foremost. And this is what I highly encourage you guys to do. You know, when you go out, when you do, you know, go out on the town, you have fun with your guys, definitely make sure that that is, you know, the primary goal, that you guys are just having fun, having a good time. Even if you don't end up talking to anybody or any different women, you want to make sure that you guys are good. And those good vibes, that good energy, that's going to cause other people to be attracted to you in your group. And what you'll find is, in a lot of cases, you know, different women, different people, they'll start hovering around your group and, you know, getting closer and closer to your group. And, you know, in some cases, it's not the women that you're looking for, right? But even in those cases, you can kind of have fun with those women as well. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to do anything, but you're just giving off good vibes. And then that will cause other people to kind of, you know, want to join in, to want to be a part of that fun. And then in a lot of cases over time, eventually the woman that you are looking for, or the one that you were most attracted to, she'll end up finding her way over to your guys' group. So that's just a little tidbit for you guys. Always make sure that you're prioritizing having a good time with your guys first. And then in a lot of cases, everything else just kind of falls in place. So anyway, back to the story. That's kind of what I did with me and my boys. So we're having a good time. You know, we grabbed a few drinks, we're doing our two-step, and, you know, we're just dancing for a bit. And lo and behold, these two girls, they walk in and then they're staring both of us down. So, you know, they lock eyes with me. I, of course, shoot them a smile. And, you know, the one girl, she kind of smiles and blushes and then looks away. And then, you know, I kind of let my guy know what I just saw. And, you know, he kind of saw the same thing. You know, at first he was talking about moving to another location, but I'm like, hey man, like, we have an opportunity right here and there. So long story short, I ended up walking right up to her, saying, hey, like, you know, you're stunning. I wanted to come meet you right quick. And then we just started talking, chatting for a bit. Then 15, 20 minutes later, we're making out right then and there on the dance floor. That just goes to show you what can happen when you do pay attention to the signs, and you know, you are able to read and pick up on those different signs and recognize the nuances, some of the things that can come out of that. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell. Very, very important. And definitely let us know down below, you know, have you had any situations that are, you know, similar? Have you noticed any different signs that women show when they are in fact interested? You know, definitely let us know down below in the comment section. And before I forget, definitely make sure that you check out the Gentleman and Scholar's Ultimate Handbook, where we go over dating style and personal development tips to 10x your personal growth. So if you're really serious about taking this personal growth stuff seriously, I would highly encourage you to check out that book. It goes through some of those, you know, mindset blockers that you may be dealing with, you know, maybe some of that negative self-talk that you're dealing with. It goes through different tips and ways to kind of get over that. It, you know, shares where that stems from. It goes through different dating, courtship, just relationship tips in general. And you know, if you're one of those guys that's struggling, maybe you don't know what to say when you do approach a woman, you know, it gives you different tips in that regard as well. So it's a very good book. I highly encourage you to check out the book. It's an easy read, very useful, and it's designed to get you fast progress really, really quickly. So that is the goal there. So I highly encourage you to check that out. You can get it for free on the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website. That's gentlemenandscholarsclub.com. All you have to do is enter your name and email, and it downloads right then and there. But with that, until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.